Hello guys and welcome to my brand new tutorial on health regeneration system. So today I'll show you how to create a health and regeneration system in C# and Unity. A one that's resembling the system, for example, seen in Dark Souls 2. I'm currently showing you the footage of. So I've got my character pretty severely damaged. So when I use this life gem object, we can see that I'm using an object that's replenishing health over time, and if I use several of them, their effects stack, but each one of them is being treated separately when it comes to calculating the time of the duration of the effect. As you can see, we have replenished 1500 HP from these three objects, 500 HP over 11 seconds each. And the effect is stacking in the way that when the first object is used, it's working for 11 seconds. And every other object, when it comes to the duration, it's working independently. That's a health regeneration system we want to implement in Unity using C#. So let's see you guys in the Unity itself. Okay guys, so we have created an empty, called it game manager. Now we add a new component. We go with game logic. Okay, we open it in Visual Studio 2017. What we need is a new class. Okay, so we go and create a public class and we call it health. It does not derive from mono behavior like game logic because it's not directly incorporated into a game object. Health. What is more, we'll need one more class called public class health regen. We go with health regen, which will stand for health regeneration item. First, let's go with health regen. So it will be a life gem we used in Dark Souls. Okay, so what it consists of? It consists of two things: duration. We go with float f duration and float health per second. We make them public. So when it comes to health regen, we want to be able to create health regen item. Okay, so we need a constructor, public constructor, public. We go public and we can create a health regen item, but also we want to be able to create with specified parameters float dur and float HPS. And we go f duration equals to dur and f health per second equals to HPS. So that's two constructors. So that's our health regen class. For the time being, we can collapse it. Let's go to the health class. As a matter of fact, health class is responsible for updating our health every second. So let's start with its own void update. It will act just as this update from every other monobehavior class object. However, when we start our script, when we start our game, we need our game logic, game manager, to create a new health object. So let's go health system. Okay, and we have in the start method we have to initialize it. We go with health equals new, and then in the update method we can go with other updates, and we go with health system dot update. Now we have to make it public. Update. Okay. So when it comes to health, we need to have a constructor. Why? We'll show you in a moment. So we go public health. We are storing in the memory a list of health regeneration items we are currently using. So we need a list. We need a list of health regen. items. We call it HP list. I'll call it Regen. And we need to initialize it. Here we go, new list. Okay, and now in the update method we can go with for each. That's my favorite loop, for each, because we are iterating over every item that's in the health regen list. We go with HP reg in regen. And it's great because we don't have to worry how many items are in the list. If there are none, then the for each loop won't start. So we don't have to think about the mistakes, about the errors, about the null. Okay, we don't have to worry about the null. So right now, okay, and we need some basic variables which will define our health system. So we go with max HP, go with public float current HP. We can set them to some amount, but also we could create a constructor So we've got those two constructors, but I guess we'll be using this one. But nothing stands in a way of using this kind of constructor. So we don't have to hard code the values. But anyway, let's make some hard coded default values just for the sake of it. Okay, so right now we go into the update method. And when we check in each iteration of the HP reg item in the regen list. So first of all, we check if our current HP is less than our max HP, and okay, so if the current HP is less than, and our HP reg item duration is greater than 0, so there is still some time to use it, then we increase our HP. So we go current HP plus equals HP reg decimal health per second times time dot delta time. Okay. And at the end of the for each loop, we have to decrease the duration because the time is being used, the time is being depleted. The HP, the regeneration item is being depleted. So we go duration, and we go minus equals 1f times time delta time. Okay. Also, let's go and make yet another if statement. If it's less than 0, then we'll have to remove this HP reg item from our list. Okay, so to do that, we have to check what's the index of this item in our list. So we go with regen, so our list, we go remove, and we have to provide an index or an item. But we go with remove at, and now we have to provide an index. And we put whatever is this index. So we go once again regen, and we go index of, and we put this item. Okay, and that works just fine. There's one thing that can cause errors because we are now iterating over this list and we are removing actively items from this list, which we shouldn't do, because let's imagine we are having one item. If we do have one item, then when we remove it, the list becomes null, and the iteration over this list is still going on. So our program, our game will be terminated because of this error. So let's go and protect from this error by going regen, full stop, and to array. So we create, that's a method, we create a copy of this list, and we store it as an array, and we use it as an array. But right now, every other thing here works just as fine, just as it did previously, okay? So for the time being, let's collapse the health. Well, as a matter of fact, okay, let's make current health equal to 1. So we start always with 1 health. And let's go with debug. We want to know how much health we have at the particular moment. Let's go HP equals to... There's a fine thing because current HP... Okay, we see it's 1. Fine. And let's create a method that will make us use a live gem. Okay, so let's go. So we go public void use live gem, and we go in health. We require a method that will add some items to this list. So let's go public add HP reg, and we have to pass some variables. Public void health regen HP reg, and we go regen dot add, and just go pass this object. That's why object-oriented programming is awesome, because that's so easy right here. And we use live gem, and we go health system dot add HP reg, and here we'll put new health regen item, and it will be specified, see, with duration of 11, and with health per second, it was, I believe, 46. The values are approximate, they are not important here. Okay, so let's smash this up, this method right here. So the HP is increasing. So we increase the HP by about 200, and that's it. It was removed. Okay, it should replenish our health by 46 times 11, but our maximum HP is 200. So let's make it 1000. And also, as you can see, we are having 4 digits, 4, 5. We have got 5 digits of precision here. I mean, the precision when it comes to calculation is good, but when it comes to showing the value, it's trash. So let's go to string here. So health system, current HP to string. It's a method, but in this method, we could put things like this, F2, which will, I mean, it's as a string. And now, oh, you know what? We go F1. So it will show with only 1 precision, it will show with only 1 digit of precision, which is kind of awesome. You can see it's only 1 digit of precision, because we don't need more. It's just needless. So we can see that it will go up to, oh yeah, 507, which is very fine. But that's good, that's nice. But let's make some UI interface for it. So let's make 2 buttons. One button will be responsible for setting our health to 1. So one button will be responsible for setting our health to 1, and the other to using live gem. And we want to have a cool HP bar. So we go with image, but we need to create a generic sprite. That's a square. So this image will be health HP. Put it here. Make the scale to 10. 3. Oh, the main camera, let's make. Okay, so we've got the HP system, but we want it to be like in a cool shade of red. Like, yeah, this one. Let's make it another one, but this time it will be gray. Be on top. So now that when the HP is being replenished or depleted, we'll see what's the maximum amount of the health we can have. So let's bear in memory that 10 is the maximum amount. Turn here. Let's make one more method for setting our health to 1. We'll need we need to import using engine UI. We go make them public, because why not? Assigning the functions, the methods to the buttons we'll do in Unity in a moment, but right now we need in every update tick UI. We need to update the UI. Okay, let's update the UI last after we update the health system. So go UI. So HP bar. Oh, sorry, I forgot. It's not a sprite, it's an image. Okay, so we go with HP bar dot transform dot local scale, and we need to change the X value, and the X value will be always 10, because that's the maximum value, times health system current value divided by health system and max value. Okay, so we got the health system. What? No, we get rid of this one. Okay, so we have to make it a new vector. New vector. Well, let's make it 2. So that's X. The Y is is 1, and that will be fine. Yes, but right now we need to do one more thing. We change the scale here to 1, here to 1, but the width will go with 1000, and the height will go with 30. Okay, here we can do the same as well. Okay, and right now one more thing. So we have to provide the correct items. Oh, sorry, I don't need it here. We go to the button. So 1, make HP 1, and in the script button, on click method, we add a new one, and we need to provide game manager here, and then we choose the function of game logic and HP to 1, and the use live game button we do the same. So button script on click, add a new one, we go to game, put a game manager here, and we go game logic and use live gem, and so we can save and run. As you can see, the health is being replenished because we've got 1 health gem used. Okay, so it's about 500, 504? 507 out of 1000. Okay, so let's make it 1 HP, and we use 1 life gem. You can see that if we use several, the HP regeneration system goes, the velocity of health being replenished goes, it skyrockets, okay? But after several seconds, the life gems are being used, the effect of a particular life gem wears off, and we are left with only those that are active, okay? So if you look at the timeline of those life gems, everyone is being used independently, and that's a that's the main trait of this regeneration system. Okay, so right now we are using 1. Yeah, if we use several, it goes quicker. But right now we can see how much HP we regenerate with those several life gems. So yeah, that's it. That's the health regeneration system. And also, as a matter of fact, you can see I showed you how to use this UI. Of course, we don't need those buttons. They are only for debugging and then sort of showing you how to do the stuff. But right now we can go and you can implement this health system in your game right away. Okay, so that's for you. You can improve the system. Thank you for watching. If this video gains 50 likes, I will provide you with a brand new tutorial which will